Okay, my initial question to Gunga Belly was why he wanted to get into the business of promoting and the dancehall thing, and what's his aspirations for the near future. But the first question is basically why did you, way back in the day, want to get into the type of business that you're in today?
Well, back in 1983, when I was going to Trenton High School, um, I built the music because I love it. And back in the days, I used to listen to Black Scorpio, Kilimanjaro, um, Jack Ruby. So those was like when I was like 12 years old.
Right,
You know, my dad used to have a sound near Ambassador, and my uncle have a sound near Concord,
right,
and my cousin have a sound near stereo. I forget what sound name. But anyway, as as my uncle, being around my uncle, I was a fan of music.
yeah, yeah. So you grew up
Yeah,
in the
so I grew
atmosphere,
up in
of,
the
yeah,
music,
yeah,
right?
in the atmosphere. So
Yeah,
basically,
so
that was your lead into what you're
right,
doing
you
today.
know.
Right,
So basically, when I migrate to the United States, I was like 15, going on 16,
right,
you know. So I decided to involve with music.
right.
At the same time, we used to, me and Flash, we build a sound, and we call it name Volume One.
Right. I didn't know it was you and Flash that built that song.
Yeah,
Right, right.
it was me and Flash build a sound Volume One.
Volume one,
At the same time, Flash gave me the name Gunga Belly.
right.
Yes.
Flash gave you the name Google.
Flash
That's
gave
interesting.
yes, Flash
Well,
gave
I
me the
didn't
name
know
Gunga
that.
Belly.
Right.
So I was the selector,
Right, right.
and he was the DJ.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, so it was just me and Flash running the street
Right,
7 days a week.
right,
We used to play 7 days a week. That time I used to go to school. We used to go to Trenton High School.
right.
Flash came here, I think, February of '83.
Yeah, which is 29 years ago.
Yes, and I came here March '82.
Okay.
So, you know, at the time, it was fun.
Meet the two on the after 31 years.
Yeah, well, you know, we have fun. Those were the good days, you know.
Right, right.
And we used to keep a lot of dances. You know, the first sound in Trenton was me as by dancehall sound, not really a party sound, as a dancehall sound. You know, and my friend General John Mikey, he's an artist.
Right.
General John Mikey. He used to come by more time, come check me with Lou Lepke, Lee Van Cliff, Rankin Tarian. So at the same time, them used to tell me, why don't you be a promoter? I said, no, I just want to be a selector. They said, well, you already doing the job because you're keeping your own dance
Right.
and everything. So I used to hang with Lou Lepke a lot.
Right.
But in the meantime, it keep on going and keep on going. Start to get the hang of it. But although I'm still learning, same way.
Right, right.
But guys, a lot to learn in it, you know. So basically, why I'm still in it, I love it. I do love it, and that's why I'm still in it.
What are you currently working on now?
Well, right now I am working on some new things for the 2014. Like I have an artist in Jamaica by the name of Sister Corner,
Sister Corner.
right?
Alright.
Then I have another artist in Jamaica by the name of Nature. Then I have another artist that I'm working with by the name of Survivor.
Alright.
And I have another artist by the name of Nabi Virtue.
Well, you have a whole heap of artists you work
Yes,
with.
well, it's coming in the 2014, yes. Coming in 2014, I'm going to try my best to bring those artists here because they are some positive artists. They about, you know, what's going on. You understand? Whatever they see, that's what they sing about. You know.
Well, I can understand that you have those great aspirations for those artists in the near future. Where do you see your sound, let me say, 5 or even 10 years from
Well, not 5 or 10 years from now. I'm trying to keep my sound for the next millennium.
now?
You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Because I want my sound to live on. When I pass and gone, my kids keep on
Right.
going. Black roots for life. You know.
I'm glad you said that because that reminds me of Bodyguard song and Stone Love song from Jamaica and all these big songs. So if you have that kind of aspiration to have your sound live on even when you're not doing your thing, it's a wonderful thing. Just recently, earlier this summer, I saw your son in the park. Doing his thing with your sound.
That's right.
Tell me a little something about that.
Well, I have been working with him for the past 3 years. You know, trying to teach him the concept of it and how to go about being a selector and how to angle himself. But right now, he's kind of a little bit hard of hearing,
Right.
but he's coming on.
Right.
And well, right now, every weekend he's playing on 96.1 Vibes Link FM, and I took him to Jamaica, and he's playing on Copper Sounds in Jamaica. Well, so far he know the basic already,
Right.
you know.
Well, you're hoping that your son take your place as far as
Yes,
okay.
yes,
I got you.
yes.
Something I've known you for several years. Gunga, I've probably known you for like around probably 15, probably going around 16 or 17 years. During that time, when I first met you, I seen you were dealing with some other young men. You were teaching them how to be DJs. Are you still working with those young men in the Mercer County area?
Well, basically, I I still work with some of them sometime, but now they get to a certain level, they think they know more than me. You know, they get a
No
little bit
more
too.
than the roots. That's why it's called Black Roots, right?
Well, you know, they get a little bit hype,
Okay, got you.
so they want to be on their own, so now they're on their own. You know.
Mr. Gunga Belly, I want to thank you for this interview. Appreciate your time. And
Yeah,
great
man.
aspirations and
Sure,
great
welcome. Respect.
greatness for the future, definitely. So Gunga Belly, what do you have planned for the immediate future? We're talking about the new year, which is coming. Any parties within the next month or two, or what do you have planned for the brand new year coming in?
Well, and December the 31st, me and Natalie have an event coming up.
Right.
December the 31st. And for January, we're going to have an event coming up in January. And 7th of February, I have an event coming up with Beast Odyssey. And the 14th and the 15th of Valentine, we have an event coming up. So we're going to try to have an event every month coming up. And from that go on, every 2 weeks,
Well, you sound like you're fully booked.
yes, every 2 weeks we're going to have an event coming at Jamra. Every 2 weeks. So, and basically we're going to try to bring in the sound, each sound every week,
Right.
different songs that everybody can get recognized.
Right.
Because what me and Natalie we're gonna try to do is try to promote all the sound, and so hopefully they'll work together.
You're talking about
as well.
promoting the sound to do individual parties, or we talking about sound clash, or we talking about, what do you mean by?
Well, the sound clash, you know, because basically we're gonna know who's the man from who's the boy. So we're gonna separate the boys from the man.
Understood.
You understand? So that is what is gonna name. So the posters is gonna name. We're gonna separate the boys from the men.
In your mind, Google, how many sounds in the immediate area you think is ready for sound production?
Well, we have Gold Star, Brick Force, Volume 1, King Solis.
That's around 4 sounds.
Yes, I think those sound can help me to put New Jersey on the map.
Do you guys have a good working relationship, or is it like some of the old time sounds in Jamaica, which were always clashing, kind of like with the rap guys and the R&B guys of back in the day in the United States? So you guys have a good working relationship?
Well, well, we work together, but we never compete against each other.
Right. So this would be like a friendly competition kind of thing, like to see who is who or what is what.
It will be a friendly competition until everybody get themselves working into it and get used to it.
Right.
Because I did offer it to them one time and they back out of it.
Well, I think competition brings, what I would consider, better sound, better DJs. You know what I mean? If you have competition, the bar goes up. So we'll definitely get to find out who is who and what is what. Like you said, we get to weed out the boys from the men.
Exactly.
Again, Mr. Gungabil, I want to thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, man, respect. And on the hand, big up to all my family who have sound, like King Moss. He was one of my idols. Concord, big him up, Black Zodiac, my uncle sound. King Moss, all of them. Big up all the sound man. All the sound man. All my idols, Because you don't say, you can't left out Black Zodiac, Yeah, you can't left out the Aspan crew,
Right.
So them man, they make me build sound. You understand? Yeah. Kilimanjaro make me build sound. Jeremy Lee. The best selector ever come out of Jamaica. Jeremy Lee. Kilimanjaro.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening again. Welcome back to Real Talk. This is part 3 of Real Talk. We're here with Natalie Everbless and Clifton Anderson, the owner of Jamrat Bar and Grill. Good afternoon, Mr. Clifton Anderson. How are you doing today?
Very good. How are you, Natalie?
I'm great myself. Wonderful today, even though it's a snowy day outside. Okay, we know you're the owner of Jamrat. Would you like to tell me where in Jamaica you're from?
I'm from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Mount Salem, Montego Bay, Jamaica.
How long have you been in the United States now?
I came here in 1978. I was living in the Bronx, New York. Moved to Piscataway, New Jersey. Moved in Plainfield. And Plainfield is where I had a store there, a business. The Lean Grocery store that I had for over 15 years.
Wow.
I am the president and chief executive officers of the Caribbean African American Legions. The Caribbean African American Legion is an organization that is established to honor and pay tribute to our pioneers, leaders. We honor our children. We do a scholarship in the name of Marcus Garvey, and we give awards out in the name of Marcus Garvey to outstanding leaders in our community who have done a decade of service in the black community. We also gives out a lot of giveaways to the kids for Christmas, back to school events, and all things like that.
Okay. Well, that's great. That's wonderful. As a Jamaican, what should I say now? As a Jamaican, has this been the first bar and grill that you have owned in your life, based on promotion and business wise?
Well, this is not my first liquor establishment I was in. I'm also the I used to have a let me get this right. I'm also the the past illustrative grant of the Loyal Sons of Solomon Lodge number 18 in Plainfield, New Jersey, where my duties was to organize and execute all the Ways and Means Committee and to raise funds. We also had a bar in the lodge where I was responsible for taking care of the bar and all the funds. So that was where I got my first experience in running a bar or liquor establishment.
Okay, how long have you owned this business, Jamrock Bar and Grill?
Jamrock Bar and Grill, I've owned it for 7 years now in Trenton.
That's it? 7 years?
7 years.
And what can you say you have accomplished from this business being in Trenton, New Jersey for 7 years?
Well, coming to Trenton actually was not really my idea. It was my dad and I, we came by here. We had a shipping business and we drove by here to pick up some barrels, and we passed by the bar and we stopped in to have a drink and have a sandwich because they had a special on the outside, and we noticed the bar was on sale. So I talked to the owner, and then I got information, and my dad and I, we purchased the bar. Now I was telling my dad that I can't do this by myself, and he said to me that if anybody could do it, it would be you. However, that's how I really started getting involved in this business. And 6 months later, after we purchased the bar, my father passed away. And then I've been on this journey for the last 6.5 years.
Oh, so you've been there by yourself for the last 6.5 years?
Yes, I had help on the way, but they come and go.
I hope not to get too personal, but as a rumor in the street of Trenton, New Jersey, I'd like to ask you a question.